welcome. I'm Sandra Waldrop. You are watching Kingdom Acres, and this is my segment on Craft Around the Clock. Yesterday I was live and I made a super fun fall decoration, and we are just hopping right into the holiday season in the summer. It is hot outside, and I'm enjoying the AC inside, and it's cold with my AC running, and I am all about being cool and enjoying the weather. Oh, hey, Miss Tracy. Hi, Mary. Thanks for stopping in. So I'm in the holiday mindset around here, and I can't wait for fall and Christmas, and for a lot of the groups that I'm in and committees that I'm on and things of that nature, we're already getting our wheels turning and plans on paper for the events and things that we're going to be doing in the fall. And I'm ready to just put up my tree. I'm done with the water parks and even thinking about going to the beach. I just want to put up my tree and make me some hot chocolate and be done with all of that. If you read my description, today we are making, it's kind of a vintage, a Christmas spin on a vintage craft, or a vintage artifact, really. But before I get started, I wanted to direct your attention to this lovely dress mannequin that was recently given to me. Thank you, Miss Mandy, if you're watching. And I'm in love with her. She's just so pretty, but I'm wanting to do something with her. And I don't know if I'm going to be the one to do it, or if one of my daughters will actually take the reins, because they're going to have a lot of art projects and things that coming up for some competitions and things that they might want to take a jab at decorating this dress form. But I just thought it was so cute and so cool. And if they don't, though, I will likely do a series on maybe vintage dressing, or doing like maybe a paper dress. I don't know what the future is for this sweet little lady over here, but I'm super excited to have this addition to our family. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. And tomorrow, I'll be live again tomorrow, first thing in the morning, 8:15, okay? I'm going to be live for Fun Friday Kitchen Trash Makeover Day, and it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. I have so many ideas. Hi, Miss Patty. Welcome in. Welcome, everyone. Come on in, say hello. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what the weather's like, and let me know if you are a year-round Christmas person. We are Christmas people year-round. We love the Christmas movies. We love the Christmas treats. Oh, hi, Be So Creative. I'm going to learn your name. I'm so sorry I don't know your name yet. But just please keep reminding me so that I can get it inputted. I love Facebook because it's like flashcards of people's faces. But I don't get that when I'm mostly like following people's professional pages. I'm like, oh, I know that person's face and I know their business name, real name. If your dog comes on your show, I will probably remember the dog's name. If I meet your horse, I'll remember the horse's name. Kimmery. Hi, Kimmery, Central Arkansas. Raining. Oh my goodness. I love the rain. I grew up in the desert in southern New Mexico, and when it rained, everybody was so excited because it just does not rain very often over there. Now I live south of Houston, and it rains all the time, and I love it, except for the fact that I don't get the best cell reception except for the one place in my yard that I have to go sit in my rocking chair in my yard in order to actually talk to people on the phone. Hi, Kelsey. Fred Tima, happy Thursday to you. And so if it's raining, I can try to take a phone call, but you're going to have to call me on Facebook Messenger because I have to be able to go off of my Wi-Fi. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. We're going to be like, what'd you say? What'd you say? It's just crazy. So anyways, so yes, we're making another washboard today. The last one I did with the vintage prairie dresses. I have it up and it looks so great on my shelf above my piano. Today we're going to make one with some Christmas flair. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Hello, Miss Karen. You love a good storm. I do too. Oh my gosh. I sleep so good when there is a storm at night. Except for the occasional wake up, because I'll hear a big crash and I'm like, oh no, the horses. That's the only thing that I'll wake up like kind of worrying about the horses. I know that the storms don't really bother them and they just kind of run all over our pasture and stuff. But, I'm always just kind of a little scared or a little worried, just that mama heart for my horses, for my baby horses out there. Florence, Arizona, 5% humidity, 116 degrees. No. Oh, hi, Miss Debbie. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Welcome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get me some Mod Podge right onto this little board. It came from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to put down a layer of Mod Podge. Very simple thing. And I'm just going to slap that on there and let that get drying. Because we're going to do some fun little tricks. And of course, I forgot to plug anything in prior to my live. I gathered all my stuff, got my description ready, all the things, all my creative juices are flowing, but then I never remember, hey, I should really plug this in and get it warmed up and heated up and ready to go. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Debbie. Hi, April. How are you today? Oh, thank you so much for saying that, Kelsey. You are so sweet. Yeah, we have a lot of fun over here, especially because sometimes I get a little tongue-tied and I will, the things that come out of my mouth are just hilarious. Hilarious. I like to tell the funny stories, all the funny things that happen. Oh, thank you, Miss April. I appreciate the follow. Every follow helps. I'm trying to grow my page, trying to grow my business, and just simply following me helps me. It does. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. So growing up in southern New Mexico wasn't all bad, but I remember looking out my window into the desert and just envisioning like the secret garden, and I would just like, oh man, if I could just like grow a rose bush or a few trees, but in the desert, like that takes a lot of upkeep, a lot of maintenance. It's not native. So that's why a lot of people have just like rocks and cactus as their landscape. I took the Master Gardener class a few years ago with my county, and we talked a lot about natives, because it takes less resources to keep them alive. You're being kinder to the planet by growing things that are native. And so I'm super grateful that the Lord moved us down here because I get what makes my soul happy, which is all the green grass and the beautiful trees and being able to put a seed in the ground and have it just grow. Oh yes, the secret garden. Oh goodness gracious. So good. So good. It's just a beautiful area. I love it so much. Let's see here. Okay, so I put down the Mod Podge and now I'm putting down my fabric and I'm just going to iron it on and hopefully it'll stick to that board. I'm trying to keep things from getting too like wet and goopy. I'm just using my coffee stained check black and white check pattern fabric. I just had a little bit of it left. I used some of it yesterday on my little fall shelf sitters. Bye, sweetie. I love you. Have a good day at work. My daughter's leaving to go to work. She's 18. All these kids growing up and living their adult life and having their stuff. She and my 9-year-old went out shopping earlier because this weekend is my oldest child's birthday. My son is turning 20, and so they went to go get presents for him. Hello, Miss Nita. How are you? Have you told me where you're from, Miss Nita? I don't remember where you're from. So we are trying to plan some weekend fun, but my one daughter also has a cow show on Friday. She's going to be showing her heifer, and so we're going to have to be traveling for that to go. So that's how that's looking. This is going to be the top of the washboard where I put like the label thing. So that's why I put that on there. And this is the label I got off of Etsy. It's just stockings. And I thought stockings would be great because stockings can be washed, right? It kind of goes along with the washboard theme, but it's Christmas. So I thought maybe it might work pretty well. I'm going to get this cut out and then I'm going to coffee grunge it some or do something to it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I printed 2. If I ruin this one, we'll just start over with the image and hopefully it'll be fine. Hopefully I won't run out of time making this all Christmassy and cute. Because the last washboard that I did, I used a bunch of popsicle sticks to make like the corrugated metal area. But we're going to be doing something a little different. PW, quit digging in my carpet. My dog is a digging. He's an old man and he just had a bath and he is very displeased with everything right now. Although when you get him in the bath, like he's like a toddler because he doesn't want to go in the bath. But when you get him in the bath, he's just like, he just loves it. So you can see him just like, you know, how dogs do when they're really liking something. But then he comes out like all offended, just like an old man, just like a grumpy old man would. All right. So I got that. And we're just going to use some of this coffee grunge. Coffee grunge and this up. Move that off to the side. I forget that y'all need to like see what I'm doing in this area. And I just like stack things in front of me. So anyways, from West Virginia, about 30 minutes from Kentucky. Okay. West Virginia, that is beautiful. I've never been, but definitely future goals for traveling because I really like, I've seen pictures especially in the fall. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all have all of the seasons over there, which is beautiful. We have very aggressive seasons here, okay? And we don't get four. We don't get 4 seasons. We have fire. Fire is a season here. I'm just gonna kind of go over this with my iron to get it dried up a little bit there and help kind of set that color in. Now, okay, so no, Virginia. Okay, so you're Southwest Virginia. Okay, sorry. I don't teach my kids geography. I know I'm a homeschool mom, but I outsource geography. So, okay, but it's still beautiful, right? I'm sure it's beautiful. Do y'all have all the seasons and things? I've had a few friends. One family that I went to church with, they moved to West Virginia. That's what I was thinking. And then I had a cousin that was stationed in Norfolk, when he was in the Navy. So I guess that's also West Virginia. I'm sure y'all are a little sensitive about the difference between West Virginia and Virginia, the same way New Mexicans are sensitive about the difference between New Mexico and Mexico. I remember when the internet just came out, right? That's how old I am. Older than Google. And you know, everybody was in the chat groups, right? I only got in the chat groups a few times because it was my stepdad's computer and he was doing all of his stuff. And I was trying to do MySpace. Yes. And I ended up changing the background on the computer to what I was trying to change the background to on my MySpace page. And I got in so much trouble. So I didn't get on the computer much. Oh, you get lots of snow. Oh, goodness. We got snow this year. I called it. Last summer I said, we're going to have a blizzard. This is what I told my husband. I said, this winter we're going to have a blizzard, so we need to prepare. We need to keep everything wrapped and everything. Just be prepared in advance for that. And he was like, this is the Gulf Coast. This is the Texas Gulf Coast. We do not get blizzards. Well, guess what? We had one. A blizzard for us, okay? For people who actually get snow, I know we sound dramatic, okay? But for us, the people who are not actually prepared for snow, that's a blizzard to us. Anyways, when I was a kid, back to the other story, when I was a kid, I would get on in these chat groups and I'd be like, yeah, I'm from New Mexico. And they'd be like, Mexico? Why aren't you speaking Spanish? I was like, New Mexico. It's in the United States. And that then was when I was like, maybe I should homeschool my children. Oh, goodness gracious. Just kidding. I didn't think about that till much later, but so I'm just going to go ahead and spread the Mod Podge on the back of this and get it all centered on my little board here. Yeah, so I can definitely, hi, hey lady, how are you? Craft Crazy Company. I am still thinking about your craft room reveal. Again, don't remember your name, but I remember what your house looks like because it was just absolutely gorgeous. Now granted, I live on 5 acres of land, so I do have very much to be grateful for in my living space. But I live in a house that was built in 1979 and is like 1,800 square feet. So looking at your craft room reveal and like looking at your house and everything. Oh my goodness gracious. I was like, it is just so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, thank you, Miss Liz. Thank you. I appreciate the sprinkles. All right, I'm getting this all ironed on so that Mod Podge is dried and set. And these little like craft irons are so handy. So handy. If I was using my big iron, I would be really more diligent about using something between my image and the iron, because my iron is metal. And okay, but look at that. Isn't that cute? Isn't it adorable? Oh. Kimberly, yes, with your hard hat. I do remember your sparkly embellished hard hat. Yes. All right. So now I've got my 5-gallon paint sticks. Okay. These come from Walmart. All right. And they come in a pack of, I want to say 3, and it's just a few dollars. So I'm going to glue these on. These are going to be the sides, and then the 1-gallon paint sticks come in a pack of 5, and it's less than $2 for the pack of 5. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. And I'm just trying to line this up on here so that I know how much to cut off of my 1-gallon paint sticks. I'm not going to cut my 5-gallon paint sticks at all, just my 1-gallon. Okay, and I'm going to use my handy dandy tin snips. Look at that. I love these things. I love these things. If your husband has some of these, confiscate them and put them in your craft box, because they are fantastic. I tell you what, they are absolutely fantastic. All right, I'm just going to go around my board here with my hot glue. If you are making these to sell, you want to put something a little bit more substantial probably than just hot glue, Loctite or E6000 or something that's good. I want to make sure that it's straight too. Even if you're not doing it for other people, you want to make sure that it's straight. But all those fancy glues, you know what I'm talking about. But these would be great for a craft show. I think that they would really go over well to sell. And okay, I'm going to put that on there. And I don't know, I'm thinking that I might want to paint the wood on this, but we're going to see. We're going to see, because I just really love the natural wood color. I just think that it makes it look more authentic. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so Dollar Tree has these pans, and they come in a 2-pack. So when you buy this for this project, you are going to be set on supplies for this craft, for that area, for a good little bit. Okay, I'm just getting through that like harder part, and then I'm going to use my scissors to do the rest. And I'm just cutting all the way up. And doesn't that look like the pattern on it? It looks like the corrugated area on a washboard. So I just thought, hey, that is really nifty, and I'm going to try that. So the last one I did, we used popsicle sticks, and that was pretty easy too, but not as easy as this. This is way faster. Okay, I'm just going to go like this instead of cutting that. All right. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's going to be glued from behind, so I'm not too concerned about it being straight because those crooked edges are going to be hidden. All right, so this is how it's going to look. If I can get it straight. Get it straight there. Okay. See that? Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? Oh, thank you, Miss Denise. Hi, Jamie. Jamie. I think this is Jamie. I'm sorry. As soon as I turned 40, well, my eyes have been bad since I was like early 20s. But as soon as I turned 40, my eyes got exceptionally just not wanting to do what I need them to do. So, sorry. Some of the letters tend to blend together, especially depending on because it's white writing and I have my white paper. So sometimes the writing doesn't always work out for me. Okay, put this down right on top of that glue. I'm just gonna hold straight. I just want it to not be pushed in at all though. I'm still a little congested. I've been sick for several weeks now and I'm over it, and I'm just today I said I'm getting dressed. I'm over it. I'm handling business. I took care of some committee calls and nailed down some specifics for some events that are coming up, and I was like, I'm not sitting here forever. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. I just need to do a little board for right here, and that's going to give it that definition. Most of the washboards have a little board right there. So I've got another craft stick, and I'm just going to measure what it's going to take to go in there, and my tin snips, and I'm going to all right, and it's crooked. That's okay. I'll try to make it as good as possible, and anything that's not how we like it gets embellished. We just cover it and make it pretty, but it doesn't look bad. It doesn't. Look at that. It doesn't look bad. See that? Okay, so I'm just going to glue that on down. I'm going to put most of the glue on my piece of wood that has the fabric on it, but I want to get it on that on the metal too. Okay. All right, so there's that one, and now we need one for down here. Okay, and I'm going to, and we could do it on the inside or we could do it over. I'm going to do it on the inside. All right, got this. I've got the rest of this that I can use. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine to use. I'm just going to make a little line with my nail there because I am a professional measurement maker. That is how I'm measuring things and marking things, just with my fingernail. Don't tell my general contractor, which is my husband. I did not use any levels or anything. This is why I'm not allowed to hang pictures in our house, because I don't use levels and things. I just kind of use the back end of a shoe and hammer it up there, and whatever happens, happens. All right. Oh, did I just hot glue that to the paper? Okay. Now, it's a little loose, right? So I'm going to go on the back, and I'm just going to give it some support with just, it doesn't even matter, just the end of the paint stick that that I cut off and wouldn't want seen. I'm just going to stick that on the back so that it's got that support, and that's going to hold it in place. Look at how quick that came together. Not even 30 minutes. Not even 30 minutes. Can you believe that? All right. So now we get to make it cute. Make it cuter. Make it cutisher. So I've got my cinnamon, and I've got my grunge glaze, my recipe with the Mod Podge mixed with Miss Tracy's coffee grunge, and I'm just going to use my paintbrush to mix it all around. I just I keep this right here on my craft cart. I don't even put it in the refrigerator or anything. And it smells amazing. It stays smelling great, and it works great for all of my needs. I really love it for staining wood specifically, because the Mod Podge keeps it from really soaking all the way into the wood, right? So you actually get it to stain somewhat. And I'm just going to keep on going with that. And then plus, if you want to add any extras to it, right? If you wanted to add coffee, the instant coffee, or cinnamon, extra cinnamon, or even some like powdered cocoa, not the drink mix. Not the drink mix, like what you would use to bake with. You could do that, and that would make it kind of grungy and old looking, give it more coloring to it, right? It's going to give you a different color. I'm just going to go along there and along that middle part there. I keep forgetting to tilt it. I keep looking at it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because I just love these little boards. They're so cute. The last one I did with a box from Dollar Tree. And so it was like a shadow box. And that was super cute too. And that would be so fun to do for a Christmas theme also, because you could put like mini Christmas trees in there and make like a whole scene, right, in that little area, not just like a printed thing. You could put little table and chairs and make it, you know, just like a little living room setup or dining room setup, Christmas. You could put faux foods in there and just, you know, do your shadow box magic there. Whatever your heart desires to make it cute and fit in with your theme, whatever you're wanting to do. A nutcracker one would be super cute, super duper cute. So that's how that wood is looking stained. I'm liking the cinnamon color to it. It really picked up that cinnamon color. Now we have to do something about this shiny, shiny metal, right? We really need to do something about that. So I saw somebody picked up a vintage washboard recently, and I was kind of studying how their rust marks looked on their metal so that I could get this. Yes, the smell is so great. Oh my goodness, I love the smell. Okay, so I'm just going to take my Mod Podge and I'm going to go over just the inside real good. I'm going to give it a thorough coating of my Podge here. And I'm having Mod Podge fly all over me. I don't know what the deal is with that. Yesterday I was eating soup and I just like put my spoon in my bowl and I had soup juice fly all over me. Okay, that was dry Mod Podge, thankfully. But I don't know what I'm doing. Like, things are just flying all over me. Oh, yeah. So anyways, I don't know what the deal is with that, but okay. Cinnamon. Let's add some more cinnamon. And I'm going to go all around the edge where the water would usually kind of collect with my cinnamon, okay? And if it gets up here, I'll just kind of blend it in on that wood there, and because it has cinnamon in it, so it's not a big deal. All right, and then my instant coffee, we're going to go real heavy in the middle with it, and I'm going to go back over it with Mod Podge to make sure that it gets that real grubby look right there in the middle where you would kind of do that scrub motion. You know what I mean? And I'm going to use this brush, and I'm just going to dab right in there, just kind of scooping out my Mod Podge there just to get it to where I have a good amount there. I want a good amount, and then I want it to look raised up, right? And I'm going to dab over my my cinnamon also there. Get everything good and dabbed. Okay. So you can't really tell what it's looking like yet. Let's give it a dry, and we'll see what we need to do. See what we need to do from there. So, but we are making good time. This thing comes together so quickly, and I love the Christmas look to it. I love little vintagey things for Christmas, especially. Last year, I did my house, my tree, my everything as Charles Dickens Christmas Carol theme, and I was just in love with it. I was in love with it. The kids really like to help with Christmas, so with the Christmas decorating. So I had my youngest doing the dehydrated orange slices and making ornaments out of those. Those turned out so cute. And then, but they also still had their favorite ornaments from the attic that they had to have, even though they were not in theme. And I was like, well, it's Christmas. You have to have your special items, right? You can't not have it just for the sake of your fancy decor. So they went ahead and added their Mickey Mouse ornaments and, you know, their fun stuff. It was so cute. I love my girls so much. Some of the stuff is just so funny. And then these girls, they just keep me laughing all the time. I don't know how I don't have, thank you. I don't know how I ever get sick, because laughing is like one of the best things for your immune system, right? So I don't know how I ever get sick. But today my middle daughter, my 14-year-old, was working on some line dances for a dance that's coming up. She's going to be teaching some line dances to her peers before the dance, an hour before the dance, because they're going to come for dance lessons. And so she's going to teach them some line dances. So she was working on learning some of these newer line dances that she doesn't know. And we found just this hilarious rendition where this guy's like really like kicking out his legs and stuff. And my daughter just went in it full force trying to do these dance moves. And I just had tears coming out of my eyes because I was laughing so hard. I couldn't breathe. I just couldn't. It was so funny. She is just hilarious. These kids just keep me going. Okay. So that we can see the sides where it's dry, but I'm thinking I want to add in some black chalk paint just because I need a little bit of darkness to it. So I'm just going to use a napkin and just a tiny bit. Okay, it's like kind of like a dry brush situation here. And I'm just going to dab in here and get some of this black going in here, just to give it, take out some of the, I need a little bit more, take out a little bit of that shininess. Not a fan of the shine. Okay, and that is going to help us a lot. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And of course I got some on the wood, so we'll just rub it off and it'll be fine. No big deal. Really subtle, just to kind of remove some of that shine. And now I'm going to do more Mod Podge. Okay. My best friend is texting me as if she doesn't know I'm live. So she must not know she's live. She must not know I'm live. But if she does pop on, Melissa, we are doing something for Ryan's birthday. Oh, goodness. All right. So more Mod Podge, more cinnamon, and you just keep layering. Just keep layering till you like it. And I could keep going, like just adding little stuff. I think I've got like some little sprigs of Christmas tree sprigs that I took off of other stuff that I didn't want it on. Last year, I just have like a baggie of that somewhere, or a basket or something. And that would look really cute, you know, maybe with like a bow off to the side. You know, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Make yours, embellish yours the way you like it. I'm gonna put that. You can't tell now because the Mod Podge is still white, but it's really looking grungy there in the center, the way I'm wanting it to. The way I'm wanting it to. So I didn't bring any of those things to the table to like do that. We could do, there's a bug. We could do some jute, do like a little jute, we'll do a little jute bow or tie or something on it to give it a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of primitive pizzazz. Everything needs pizzazz. That's what I think. I can't wait to do this. If my girls don't do the form, don't do something with this form for a project, I'm looking forward to making something absolutely gorgeous on this. And my husband won't be happy because we do live in a little house. 6 of us live in here. And I'm going to be making this big, beautiful, formal paper dress. But I mean, if you have the opportunity to make it, you make it, right? That's what I think. That's how I feel about it. I know so many people that are like so responsible. They won't buy something unless they know that they have a place for it. But where would I put it? I'm like, I don't know. It's a 23-quart bowl. You buy it. You buy it because you're going to make a big meal for somebody someday, and you're going to need a 23-quart bowl. So you just buy the bowl. And then you stick it somewhere. People trip over it. It's fine. It's fine. Eventually, I'll have a bigger house. We won't stay here forever, but and then I'll have a place for my bowl, right? But when I do the church potluck or cook for youth, I need that size bowl. I need it for doing all that stuff. So, all right, we have 2 minutes. I'm going to stop that. Stop drying that. I'm going to show you how it looks. Look at that. It looks like somebody's been washing on that board. Exactly my plan. Oh, my plan has worked. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just wrap around my fingers. Around my fingers. Okay. And then I'm going to give it a little snippy snip. Okay. And now let's see. I have no idea what I'm doing, y'all. Bear with me. All right, there's one, and I'll go the other way, and then I'll tie it. Let's see here. And give it a little tie or rooski just to make sure it's going to stay, kind of even things out a bit, fluff them out, make them how you want to make them, bake them how you want to bake them, do what you're going to do. Look at how cute that is. Okay, and now I'm going to just put this off to the side here. My little primitive pizzazz, as it were. Okay, my good dollop of hot glue. Hopefully it glues the bow and not my fingers, but you never know. Okay, and it's coming out. It's okay because I will likely go into the depths of my craft room and find my little sprigs of fur, and I will add them to the underside of that bow. And it is 3:45, so that means that my time is up here on Craft Around the Clock. Thank you so much for being with me today, y'all. I love engaging with you. I love visiting with you. I love crafting with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to be with me and all my shenanigans. Y'all take care. Thank you for making a homemade home with me today. And I will see you at 8:15 tomorrow morning. Bye, y'all.